Thank y'all for coming
Well, good afternoon. I want to thank everybody for coming out, especially on such short notice. We've got several folks I want to thank. You know, the mayor and I were talking about this before. We'll get to the announcement about the port, but I remember before I was governor. I remember when I was in Congress sitting down with him up in D.C. and here and talking about the importance of this project. I want to thank him for his vision. You look around at all the development up here, and it has taken amazing local leadership. That's been with the mayor, the current sheriff, his predecessor, his fellow mayors, and others here that have done such a phenomenal job. Let's give a round of applause to your mayor for the great job he's done. He's only been mayor 100 years, so you don't even know his name. He's called Mayor for Life. And look, we got a great delegation. I want to thank. I know some of our senators who wanted to be here, Neil and Mike and Francis, and the weather, I think, prevented them from being here. I was teasing Andy. I said, well, nothing stops the House members from being here. And I appreciate our representative does a great job, not only in the Ag Committee, but representing this area, the parish, and the community as well. We thank Andy for his work. Let's give him a round of applause, please. I want to thank, we got our sheriff, we got our assessor here, Jared Clark. We got the mayor of Faraday, Gene Allen. I appreciate him and his leadership. We got the chief of police, Arthur Lewis, here in Vidalia. We got some other folks here, some other aldermen and others. Let's give these men and women a great round of applause as well for their work. Moving backward and leaving our state, that means our children are beginning to come home. Now, we can't declare victory. We're not done until every child can pursue their dreams here. It's great that we're a top 10 state for private sector job creation. It's great that we're one of the few states that has more jobs than before the national recession started, but we can't rest until every child can find a great paying job in Louisiana. Now, part of that is planning for the future, and that's what we're here to talk about today. Two very important announcements. The Bond Commission, we proposed an HB2, and the Bond Commission has approved two different investments. The first one I want to talk about is the investment in this port. We've got approved now $4 million additional dollars for the port. Last year we committed $1 million. There's another $5 million in priority 5. That's a total of $10 million from this state. Now, why is that important? I told you the mayor and I have been talking about this port for several years. This is important because this is about investing in the future. This is about bringing more private sector companies right here to this part of our state. The reality is we love the Mississippi River. It's a beautiful river. It's a great place to live. But it also connects us with the rest of the country. It can be a great driver of our economy. If we get goods in and out of that port, that allows our farmers, allows our companies, small and large, to benefit from our great location. Indeed, one of the reasons Louisiana was first settled was because of the river. We got some of the nation's busiest and largest ports. But a couple of numbers. I looked up some numbers before I came here today, and it just shows you the importance of investing in our ports. 1 in 5 Louisiana jobs are dependent on one of our 32 public port authorities. 73,000 direct jobs are on public port property. 396,000 jobs are supported by port activity. Indeed, DOTD estimates for every dollar we invest in port projects, our state receives $6 in benefits. I don't know about you, but that's a pretty good return on investment. And that's why we're here today. To invest for the future, again, so that our farmers can continue to not only feed their families, but help the entire economy right here. The reason we're here today to invest in this port is to help that next small business, or maybe a large business, come and locate right here. Because we know every time they make a dollar, they spend that dollar several times in our community. Maybe they'll go and spend it at a restaurant. Maybe they'll go build a home. Maybe they'll buy a car. They'll go spend it on groceries. So every dollar gets turned over again and again and again. And again, I want to commend your mayor and other local leaders and Andy and others who've had the foresight and vision. It'd be easy to get complacent. It'd be easy just to sit back and say, we're going to keep just doing what we've always done. But instead they said, we got to plan for the future. We got to think ahead to how we want to grow this community. And I think we've got an obligation. I think every generation of Americans has left more opportunities for our children than we inherited from our parents. You think about that. The American dream is that our kids should be able to do better than we've done. They work hard, get a great education. They should be able to provide for their children, our grandchildren, even more than we could have given them. And that's what today's investment's about. You know, Vidalia and Faraday, all these, and Concordia Parish, all these communities do extremely well. It's our obligation to think about how to leave a better future for those who come after us. And a big part of that is investing in the sport. The second announcement we're making today is in addition to the $4 million, we're also providing another $1 million to continue support funding a levee raising project. And again, this is something we're doing in conjunction with the Corps. We did some money before, and this is going to help protect our farmers, protect our land, protect our homes from flooding. This is a massive project throughout our state. But the bottom line is I've been here in good times and bad. I've been here when there was flooding. I've been here when we were making economic development wins. And it's so important that we invest to protect ourselves from that next challenge, that next storm, that next round of flooding. And this levee raising project will help us to do that. So $5 million today. We're here to announce $4 million for the port, $1 million for the levee raising project. Again, I want to thank your mayor, and I want to thank the others who've worked so hard to make this happen. I want to thank you for coming out. And I'm really impressed. This community always comes together. Whether it's to fight those floods, whether it's to welcome new jobs, whether it's to bounce back, we've got some of the most resilient people you'll meet anywhere in the world. So I know today is a great day for Vidalia, it's a great day for Concordia, it's a great day for the state of Louisiana. I'm thrilled to be here with you. I think this $5 million investment, and this is done. This has been approved by the Bond Commission, no more steps to go through. This money has been approved. I think it'll mean more jobs thanks to the port. I think it'll mean more opportunities for our folks thanks to stronger levee protection. I'll let the mayor talk. You know, there are several things the money's going to help invest in. Ultimately, this is a three-phase project at the port. It involves the road, involves some equipment, involves some other investments. I'll let him talk in more detail about the port. And as I bring him up here, I will say this. I can't overstate how persistent and how strong of an advocate the mayor has been for this port, for this community. I think he's done a phenomenal job. All you have to do is look around us and see the benefit of his vision and his work to improve the quality of life for his citizens. Let's give your mayor a great round of applause.
Thank you, Governor. First of all, I want to thank each and every one for coming out today. I know we had some bad weather, but Governor, fantastic crowd for you.
Absolutely. I don't see him.
But, you know, I'd like to start off by saying this. I want to thank each and every person who lives in this community for working with us on all our projects, working with us for whatever benefits Vidalia and Concordia Parish. I've always been asked what separates this community from other communities. It's a very simple answer to that question. It's our people that we have in our communities. Without you, we would not be able to accomplish what we've been able to accomplish. But I want to thank our state legislation, Representative Andy Andrews, who has fought with us every step of the way on all our projects and helping us with those projects. And Senator Neil Reiser wanted to be here today, talk to him. He's running for Congress, and he's been very instrumental in working with us on our capital outlay projects. And, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I'm going to endorse him, but I will tell you I'm going to vote for him. Also, Senator Thompson called earlier, wanted to be here. He said, Mayor, I'm on my way trying to get there, but it's a storm right now. Tell the people, please, don't forget about me. I think bad about him for not coming. So he did try to get here, and he's been a tremendous asset to us. I'm going to close with a couple of things before I get to the governor and what I want to say about him. I want to also thank Heather Malone and her staff, Concordia Economic Development, who have been with this project and all our projects from the very beginning. Heather, thank you very much for the hard work you've done. It's a tremendous day for our community. The governor's right. We have to have jobs for our young people who don't want to leave our state. Nothing hurts us worse than to see some of our people, our young people, when they graduate from college, leave our community, because that's a tremendous asset for us. We're doing everything we can, the governor working with us, to bring those young people back to our area. They're coming back, jobs are coming back. This state's moving forward under his leadership. The only regret I have is he's going to be gone in a couple of 2.5 years. I don't know what else he's going to do, but he's got our 100% support in whatever that may be. But I want to thank you for coming out today. I want to thank all the elected officials, etc., for coming out today and working with us. So thank you very much again for coming and being here.